Well, today's Tuesday, it's the 2nd of April 2024, and I'm now in Costa de Baleares, and I've just done a walk in Portals, and I've just walked down from Portals. I didn't film that part because it's just a walk really, there's not a lot to see, but I'm in at the roundabout now, and just behind me you can see there's the steamroller there. That's sort of the focal point in the middle of the roundabout. The road up there goes up to the motorway, and just behind me is Delfino's Angus Steakhouse, it refers to it as. They do a fantastic Sunday lunch here, and really good, something we come to quite often, but it's good at other times. You can come and have fish and chips, and got a great menu, so it's a place that we do like to come. Right next to that is Chimelli's, and I talk about the Chimelli's in Portals Nous, but this is like Chimelli's number 2. It's not open at the moment, but I think it's going to be opening very soon. Not sure when it's open, but this is Chimelli's Puerto. They're referring to it as we're at the entrance to Puerto Portals. I'm not actually going to go down to Puerto Portals, but that's down that way over there. I'm heading towards Palma Nova because Anita's there having her nails done, so at some point I'm going to be meeting up with Anita. So I'll just cross the road here and then I'll catch up with exactly where we are. So there's a big car park there. Interestingly enough, quite a lot of time is free in that car park, so you can just put your registration number in and you get free parking for a while. But do be careful, make sure you read the notices. So that's the road that takes you down to Puerto Portals, and you've got here the pharmacy, and I was just waiting to see if the temperature comes up on there. The block right in front is over that way. It does actually have a beach in front of it, so right from the Portals on this side you do have a beach. There's a big sea wall, and then there's the beach. Pharmacy says Puerto Portals, next to England Volkers. That's the estate agents over there. We've got some bars, restaurants on that side, including the French coffee shop. Just waiting. Busy little corner this. Cars going in and out, and vans that are doing their delivery. Well, the pharmacy doesn't seem to want to tell me the temperature, so I'm going to make my way off this way, just to say that there are some other shops and bars down there, and eventually get to Marineland. I'm just going to go this way a little bit because there is another car park on the other side of the road. And the interesting thing about the other car park is that it's got shade for cars, very nice. But the shade's actually provided by solar panels. I'm not sure really whether the solar panels are working there. They've been there for many years. It's one of the original things that they've put into the car park there, and that was supposed to provide the lighting for the walkway that goes along the side of this road. Also, just behind that is a big school, which is called the Agora School. It's an international school. Has a different sort of format to the other international schools, but it offers an international education and helps with languages, which is really important, especially if you're working in Mallorca. So the walkway actually is on that side of the road, but I'm still on the Marineland side, and I'm going to go down there because I want to walk past Marineland and show you the Marineland beach, because that's another beach which is easily missed by people who don't know it. Marineland has to be open pretty much all year. It's the animals that are in there have to be fed and watered and looked after and catered for, so they might not open on so many days, but they're open throughout the year. And I quite like it. Some people don't like the idea of Marineland type places, don't like the idea of zoos, but they do a lot of scientific work as well, and conservation and education. School groups come here and they learn a lot about marine animals, they learn a lot about the environment, and it's really valuable. So it's you've got to weigh these things up, what you think is valuable and what you think is harming the animals that live in that environment. This is a car park, and it is a pay and display area. So, as I said to you, check the meter, because I'm not sure you have to pay for all of the hours. There's some free hours, so depending on what time of the day. And for everybody now, wherever there's blue marks, we're now into April, and so charging starts. If there's these blue marks, it means it's pay time. So this particular area, it says 9:30 to 1:30 is when you pay, and 4:30 to 8 o'clock in the evening. On Saturday it's only the morning time, you don't have to pay, and on Sundays you don't pay anyway. That's from the 1st of April to the 31st of October. I'm just going to walk down the side of Marineland. It's a little alleyway leads you down to the beach. There's also a football pitch, which should be open. It should be open. Yeah. Actually got some basketball nets as well. I've just been looking down at the Portals Nous beach, and there's quite a few people on the beach sunbathing, and quite a few people actually in the sea. I don't know what this one's going to be like. So to my left is where Marineland is. As we walk down, everything on the left is Marineland. It's all open and running by the sounds of things. And then to the right is this park area, football area. And then in front of us, this is the Costa de Baleares beach. In the summer months you can rent things like some kayaks, paddle boards, those sorts of things. There might be a different story on this beach compared with the one in Portals Nous. Quite a different story. So in Portals Nous it was really busy. On this beach, people over on this side. The sea is still a little bit rough from the strong winds that we've been having, but nowhere near as rough as it was yesterday when we were in Camp de Mar. And out in the distance there I can see one of the tourist boats coming around the headland, so they've obviously started doing their little tours. Look this up on your map, it's called the Playa de Costa de Baleares, and that's Puerto Portals there, that's the entrance to Puerto Portals. That's the captain's office, which you can see. And we've got the tourist catamaran heading straight for us. I'm going to make my way up to the road now and catch up with you a little bit later. Well, I've just come to the top of the little alleyway that leads down to the Costa d'Emblanes beach, Playa de Costa d'Emblanes. Just noticed a sign there covered in graffiti like a lot of other things, which says there's a beach bar. Well, there isn't at the moment, but that's not to say a little bit later in the season there may be. There may be some beach beds and things down there. I expect to see those, but not at the moment. No lifeguard on that beach, it says as well. So I'm actually going to walk this way, but you can cross the road here and get onto the walkway. The walkway, by the way, is on the other side. I'm just going to walk through the car park, but not much to see here, so I'll catch up with you at the other end. Doing my paces are real, some real good today. And just as we get round here, we can see the tennis club. There's a water slide there. I don't know if that opens up, but it was used by our children many years ago. So there's lots of parking for the tennis club here. That's where I've just walked down. Just go a little bit further. You can see there's the sports area. Lots of parking here and lots of people already in there using it. So we've got the Beach House Portals, Sporting Club Portals. The entrance there. This is used to be Mood, and now it's the Beach House. I've not been since it changed from Mood. We used to go there, and again we had some events there. Again, looks busy in the car park. And more tennis courts on this side as well. Somebody getting very excited about their match. Sit outside, watch a game of tennis. Nice place to sit. I'm going to move on a little bit, walking through another car park, so off goes the camera and I'll catch up with you in a moment. Well, I'm back on the walkway now, and as you can see in front of me, there's little distractions here for children. If you need that to help get your children motivated to move along from one activity to the next. And I don't know if you can see, but just over the road there's one there. Timely, just to be aware that this is also used by cyclists, and some of them do go very quickly as well. They look like real sporting cyclists. Anyway, there's also places for adults to sit down, or anybody to sit down really, and I'm just taking advantage of that for the moment before I set off on my little walk again. Now this walkway stretches all the way from San Agustin, goes through Palmanova, down towards the back of Magaluf, and then on towards Santa Ponsa. When it was built, it was a very political thing, and it was built by the Socialist Party. They're the ones that commissioned it and had it done. And obviously the Conservative Party didn't like the idea of spending all that money. But I think it's really well appreciated by the locals here, certainly, and it gets used quite a lot, both by walkers and cyclists. It's got nice hedges, it's got these little facilities for the children, little parks all the way along it, and there's even some adult parks. And in some places you'll find there's water for animals, for dogs as well, so it's really been very well done. And they seem to maintain it reasonably well, and look at the hedges have all been nicely trimmed. Lots of trees along here, which will provide a little bit of shade. during the hotter months. But do be careful of those cyclists. If there's a hill, they'll bomb down it. You've got the electric scooter issue as well now. But there are some new laws regarding them, which seem to suggest there's almost nowhere they can ride them. In just places which are actually designated for electric scooters. I don't know where that puts bikes like that one. That one's an electric bike going up there. And we're seeing more and more of them now. It's a little bit of an incline here, and I'm going quite slowly, so I'll catch up with you a bit further along. Just a little bit off-piste. I know Anita would want me to show you all the wildflowers which are attracting all the insects. So it's good to see there are some wild parts around. A little bit further along the walkway here, and here are some of those little distractions that children sometimes need. Little sitting area for the parents who can watch them. And then here's some adult distraction, if you like, some adult exercise machines and things you can do. So that looks like a rowing machine, and you'll find several of these as we walk along, and just more of the wild area just over the fence here. I like to see that. Some very nice houses along there, by the way. They right by the sea, so just on the other side of them, you go straight down to the sea. As I say, they're still building one over there, remodelling one. There's actually a lot of work going on just beyond this field, and that's because the Ponta Negra hotel that used to be, not sure what it's going to be called in the future, but that was virtually demolished and rebuilt. Still a lot of work, I think, to be done. I don't think it's finished. That's going to be a Mandarin hotel, and describes itself as being super luxury. So it's in good company. There's quite a luxury hotel right next to it. But we'll wait and see what happens to the Mandarin hotel and whether it is super luxury, and see whether it's actually finished or not. So just looking back over this side, you see how well developed the hedges there, the plants, the trees. Makes it a really pleasant area to walk along. And if you've got children with you, you kept that distance away from the cars, some of the cyclists and the scooter riders you have to worry about. There's a couple of benches down there. You can see the cranes in the distance, and you can perhaps hear the knocking noise. That's because wherever that knocking noise is coming from, they're actually digging into the ground, and here it's very rocky, and so they have to use this very noisy method of breaking it up. As the summer season starts, which isn't really now, the official summer season starts, the hours of working, doing noisy jobs like that, are cut down. So like now, they shouldn't really be doing that because it's afternoon, it's siesta time. This is the Ponta Negra, so I don't think they're going to be opening very soon if they're still digging out foundations. More bushes though, look, have been planted along here. They will grow that oleander. I don't have my aid to tell me exactly, but I'm pretty sure it is. And here we come to another little break. And again we've got things for the little children, and things for the big children. Here we've got 2 different exercise machines offering different ways to exercise. So this one's a sort of a cycling sort of thing. And this one, well, you sit on it and you end up lifting yourself up. That's good, isn't it? Pull down and you lift yourself up. This one, you can push yourself up and you are providing the resistance there. I think these are great. Really like the idea of that. And probably I should be making a bit of use of them. Perhaps not today though. Nita's having her nails done, and I guess she's had them done by now. So she did say to me, I'm going to have my nails done. If you don't need me, she's going to go off to the garden centre. And then we'll catch up later on. Yeah, this very much looks like a building site, doesn't it? Yeah, a lot of construction work there. That's not going to be finished anytime soon. So that area used to be the Ponta Negra, and it's going to be a nice hotel. Lots of rooms, over 100 rooms, and it's going to include some bungalows which are right down by the sea. I think it could be very, very smart. This is the road that goes down to the Ponta Negra. And this is San Caliu, this area that we're coming to now. And buses go along that route, that takes you into Palma Nova. And that's the St. Regis. That's the other hotel in this area. And here we can actually, there is a walkway, so I'm going to do this walkway down here. Give me an opportunity to show you the work, construction work. I haven't been down here for a long time, and usually I would do it in the opposite direction, so have a different view. This is a very busy building site down here. And this sort of building does create quite a lot of noise. This is nothing like the noise that I've referred to in other videos. This is real construction noise, and you're going to hear the knocking. So the people in the St. Regis, which is a 5-star luxury hotel, will be able to hear a lot of noise from this. They're digging in to produce foundations. There's the machine that's making the noise. It's actually breaking up the rocks into sand. You've also got the potential then of it being a bit dusty. That's all then been loaded onto a lorry to be taken away. This path though, it's a really nice path, and takes you right down to the sea, a part that many people don't actually come to. You can hear this now, this is noisy work. Down there you can see there's a little pebbly beach. I'm not going to go down there, I'm just going to follow the path round. And this, just the other side of this fence is the St. Regis, it's the Mar de Val. And there's a nice little fence here. It's a bit dangerous if you don't know. Go down there, it's quite steep. It's a nice little inlet here. And you can see a few boats have already decided to drop anchor. Now the path around here, it is a proper path, but it's just stony, so it's a little bit uneven underfoot. And it's walking uphill a little bit. Be careful if you get near to the edge though. How pretty is that? Walking by the St. Regis Mar de Val. The gate for them to come out of the back of the hotel. It is a very nice hotel. I have been to functions there in the past. You can walk that way, or you can walk this way. All roads lead to Rome. And this part is actually private apartments. So you've got a hotel and then you've got some private apartments right next to it. So the headland is where the Ponta Negra is and where the bungalows are going to be. I'm not sure if the bungalows I can see in front of me are the ones that are going to be there or not, but I think it did have bungalows before. And out on the sea, well, yeah, there's one or two sailing boats out there as well. It has calmed down a lot from yesterday when we were in Camp de Mar and the sea was so rough. And the temperature's just right too, there's a nice little breeze. I think in the height of summer this would be a rather hot walk. There is some shade. Actually have now the San Caliu beach right in front in the distance. Normally I would actually walk around there, but the sea's going right up to the wall. I'd be getting my feet wet. But certainly at other times of the year I've actually been walking across there. So I'm going to have to find another way round to get to the beach. Anita's just sent me a message. Where do you want me to pick you up? San Caliu Beach. San Caliu Beach sounds good to me. People on the beach doing exercises rather than me. I'll go this way, and this just takes me up onto a little paved area, so walking will be a little bit easy, less bumpy. There's the apartments I was telling you about. I've got to walk all the way up to the top of there, so I'll see you at the top. Well, I made it up to the top, and I'm now going to carry on along the walkway. I'm actually by the number 5. I walked from number 4 to number 5, going down by the sea. Across the road there is the big supermarket Mercadona. If you want to do a big shop, it's one that we use a lot. It's got a good car park and Importantly, in the summer, it's got an underground car park, which is very useful. Nice to see that on this side, the garden centre's open up again. Left here and went into the Mercadona car park, and now it's back again. So I'm not going to stay on this main road for long, because I'm going to go down here into old San Caliu. There is a sort of a new San Caliu, which is where Mercadona is. All across there's lots of new apartments. And down there we've got Maison San Caliu, great restaurant. You've seen it in a lot of the videos. They do a fantastic menu of the day. We've actually got a function on in there later on this year, well, later on this month actually, for the Masons. So we'll be having a little bit of a shindig down there. I'm just going to walk down though to the beach and hopefully be able to catch up with Anita. This part's quite residential, but there are some holiday apartments, and there is actually the Hotel San Caliu, which is just down here, right by the beach. And there are lots of restaurants. So when we first came to the island, this is one of the places, one of the areas we used to drive to go to a restaurant, and we would have a menu del dia. So I already mentioned Maison San Caliu, excellent menu of the day, something different every day, and prices are really quite good. But on this back road, this road that's to the right here, you've got some more places where you can go and find somewhere to eat. I'm not going to go down there because I'm going down to the beach, so I'm going to go a bit further down, but I'll just point it out as I'm going round. A particular note is Archie's, which has become very, very popular. Stays open all year round and provides excellent food, value for money. But it's not the only one. There's several other restaurants down there, and I've been told that Can Canaria is opening up again. That one's been closed for a long time. It looks as though it's going to be opening up soon. As I said, around here largely residential. You might be able to see right in front is the Apartamentos San Caliu Playa, and they're apartments you can rent for holidays. The little beach I was saying I usually walk to, but I can't get to because the sea was right up against the wall, is just down that road there. So if you follow that road down, you get to the tiny little beach. It is only tiny little beach, and I might be being a bit exaggerating calling it a beach. It's a tiny little area. If you had 2 sunbeds on there, it would be crowded. But you could walk from there over to the path that I was walking by the sea. The sea's obviously, because of the storms we've been having, it's washed some of the sand away. I think that might get washed back. We'll see. I told Anita to come down to the beach in San Caliu. That's just about where we're getting to now. She's had her nails done. She's also been to the garden centre. The main issue will be finding somewhere to park. Let's see. Maybe she'll be tempted to have a drink. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I've got a little shortcut I can take. So just a bit further along at the end of here, there's a pizzeria just here on the left hand side, and one or two more places you can eat. And there's now a little supermarket I hadn't noticed before. Right in front is the San Caliu hotel, and well, I'm going down to the beach this way. You could go at the end of this block as well. It's a lovely little beach. It is only little, and they will be putting out a little pier that you can use to get into the sea, and the sunbeds here are already out. I'm not sure why that's different here as to other places. And they put this decking area in as well, so you can get into the sea much easier. And there's a few people out and about. And I can just sit down now and wait for Anita to appear, as it were. And Anita's found me at last. On the beach in San Caliu, and where better place to go than the Rincon. Right here, we're looking at the sea. And I've got a beer, and Anita's got a coffee. Oh, I forgot this. Anita's driving. Cheers, everyone. Oh yes, she'll have the nails on. Well, it's time for us to go home now. We've had a nice drink, and Anita's had her nails sorted and been to the garden centre. I've had a nice walk. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.